we're doing some groundwork first before we get on the horse to see what mood he's in that day and how energetic he is, how willing he is to yield to the pressure I'm applying. And we do this to both sides. I'm looking for willingness and regularity, and also crossing of the hind legs. If he gets a little upset, I just stay with him and try again until he's calm. I never quit at a point where he gets upset, because this is the last thing they will remember. Then we get on for the first time, just halfway, petting him, reassuring him nothing's going to happen that he should be concerned about. It's good to have a helper with you. And then the first ride, where you just lay across the horse in case he gets a little excited, then that way you can get off very quickly. And you should get on and off from both sides to make sure he's okay with either side. Always lots of treats for him to make this a positive experience. And I'm always looking at his ears to see what he's doing. It's hard for them to balance a rider on their back when you're first starting out, but with time this will get better. We're going to do a lot of walking like this in both directions, with the person leading at first and then on our own to get him used to us on their back. Before each ride we always do some groundwork, as I mentioned before. It's also called in-hand training, where you grab the reins on either side and walk with them, guiding them along, getting him used to pressure on the bridle from when I sit on him later. Again, I'm looking for calmness, regularity, willingness to work with the handler, not resisting. Second day of riding, still with a helper leading to make sure. I shift my weight from side to side a little bit as I walk with him, so he gets used to that rider shifting about on his back. And every time you ride them like this, you should keep the sessions short, as they're building muscle all over their body. And you don't want them to get too sore, which is makes it a bad experience for them. A sore horse is not a happy horse. Here the helper is stepping away from the horse a little bit, letting me do more of the work, just testing more as to how he's reacting with more freedom. It seems he's accepting this well, listening to my aids. I do pick up the reins a bit, applying a little bit of pressure, but not too much, as to not upset him. Some key points to look out for is when you're doing your first few rides, I push the horse forward, then stop when I want to stop. If you let the horse stop and you don't push him on, you're starting to let the horse make the decision, which is a big mistake. Every decision is made by me. If I want to walk forward, we go forward, and if I stop, we stop. Gently but firmly telling them that you are making the decisions, not the horse. If that is not the case and you let the horse make the decisions, he will soon learn that he's in charge, and you'll have a handful and it can be a dangerous situation in the end. Now, the third ride, we moved to the sand ring, which is a larger area. And you still have a helper, but now we have a long line, so more distance. Shifting around the saddle again, making sure he's okay with all that. On these early rides, I don't put too many distractions in the area because you want to do one thing at a time. Later, when the horse is more used to being ridden, you can move things in like ground poles and tarps and do other fun things. On these first rides, you want to be very clear with your aids. For example, if you want to turn left, you take your left rein and pull out with your hand to the left to exaggerate that this is where we want to go. And then you can do things like going on the box, which he's done many times before. We started that when he was 1 year old, and today he's 4 years old, so he knows this well. I always have music on, usually just another distraction, especially when there's wind. It helps them focus, I find. Again, we're looking for regularity in the gaits, meaning here we're walking and we want a regular walk. We don't want rushing and slowing down continuously. So thanks for watching and happy riding.